Up there on the front row, the TNT2, and could tonight be the night he gets his 199th IMCA Stock Car feature win. From Lake City, the 8 is David Smith.
Row 2 to the inside, we see the 20N of Justin Nearing, and to the outside, it's the 92B of Brian Blessington.
Then we will see row number 3. It'll be the 33 of Little Timmy Rupp from Cherokee. Roger Tripp out of Sioux Rapids in the TNT. And from Chandler, Arizona, the 53 JT is Justin Thornton. Happy 13th birthday on Sunday to Tegan Greeter. So happy 13th birthday. I remember that like it was a long time ago. Speaking of a long time ago, that's when David Smith got started racing. And he is looking for win 199 tonight. They'll work him on down into turn number 1 and 2. Brian Blessington right behind him. Devin Tripp to the bottom. Tim Rupp Nearing, and there's Roger Tripp, old Dynamite himself. Down into turn number 3 and 4, it's going to be David Smith, the Lake City racer, your leader. But here comes Putt Putt, Flying Brian on the move to the outside.
Lap 1 in the books goes to David Smith, but Flying Brian Blessington's going to chase him down in turns 1 and 2. Almost 3 wide for that second spot as Rupp's down to the inside of Devin Tripp. Tripp gets the advantage in that third spot, but here comes Nearing to the back bumper. Side by side once again into turns 3 and 4. Knocking on the back bumper of Blessington. 3 cars going at it for that second spot now.
Smith out front comfortably, but man, there is a handful of action right behind him with Blessington, Tripp, Nearing, and the 33 of Rupp. It'll be Brian Blessington back into the number 2 spot. Tim Rupp to 3rd. Devin Tripp is 4th. Nearing is 5. And Roger Tripp in the TNT to the number 6 spot. Working on down to lap number next. Smith, your race leader. But look at this. Devin Tripp now to the number 4 spot.
Devin Tripp trying to hold off a bumper full of Justin Nearing. And Roger Tripp now looking down to the inside. Wants to get the run on Justin Nearing for that 5th position. Down the back straightaway, thinks better of it. It's going to tuck tail into turns 3 and 4. They'll go. It goes Smith, Blessington, Rupp, Tripp, Nearing, Tripp, and Thornton.
So down the front straightaway, got her open to about 8 car lengths. That is the 8 car. And David Smith, your leader. Blessington, Rupp, Tripp, Nearing, Tripp, and then Thornton. Down the back straightaway, they'll go into turn number 3. It'll be David Smith up there, your race leader this time. He'll come down, see the green flag go high to the sky, and there's 2 to go for David Smith.
Battle shaping up for that second spot as Blessington's got a bumper full of Tim Rupp. Rupp dives into the inside of Blessington into turns 1 and 2. Side by side for the second spot. Give the advantage to Rupp at the moment as he gets a drive down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4. Who's it going to be coming out of turn number 4 for that second spot as the Edwards Auto Group white flag comes out?
Smith will be the first one to it, but battle still for second. It'll be the 33 of Tim Rupp down on the bottom of the racetrack. He'll work there too. That number 92B of Brian Blessington. Blessington will give him that number 2 spot. Now, didn't really give it to him. Says, here, you earned it. Take it, son. As they work down into turn number 3 and 4, it will be Logic Livestock Checkers for David Smith. Second will go to Tim Rupp. 3rd to Brian Blessington. And 4th to Devin Tripp. Hobby Stocks on the racetrack for their, Hobby Stocks will be up next on the track. Stock Car, heat race number 2. Getting ready to come to life. Caution lights are off. We will look for the green flag from Nielsen Home Improvements. It's waving, and we're underway. Heat race number 2. Stefan Siebesma with the advantage. Wahoo! Here he comes. Siebesma way high. Hang on. Bonneson got crossed up. That opens the floodgates, and look at Devin Smith to the number 2 spot.
Little trouble for Albertson as he gets shuffled back to the 4th spot, as well as Siebesma deep in there, but that's going to benefactor that 81 of Devin Smith as he's going to try and chase down Bonneson for the lead. And now we're 3 wide for the 3rd spot as the battle shapes up for the lead. Around the outside, here comes Devin Smith to the front.
Stock Cars doing stock car things at the Beaver. Bruce Bonneson to the lead. Devin Smith going to work back to the outside of the 81 car. Smith back to the lead. Bonneson to 2nd. Siebesma and Albertson your top 4. They'll race back to the stripe. Devin Smith your leader.
It didn't work earlier on in the sport mods, but now the top has come in for the stock cars. Devin Smith three-wheels it down the back straightaway, right to the race lead. Now Siebesma is going to follow in his tire tracks around the outside. Buena Vista 96 as three wide deeper in the field for position. That's going to go Hansen down to the back of the pack with Masters holding off Klaus.
Still Smith, your leader. Now Stefan Siebesma. To the number 2 spot, Bruce Bonnison off the power. Bonnison in the 96 car going to go pit side. Problems on that car. Now it'll be Andrew Klaus in the 7. 7 come 11 to Masters. That's your battle for the number 4 spot. The 11 to Masters has got it. Andrew Klaus wants it. They hustle on down. Masters there on the top. The 7C of Andrew Klaus to the bottom as they go to turn number 1.
Your leader still Devin Smith in the 81, followed by Siebesma, who's trying to track him down. It's going to be Albertson in the 3rd spot. Klaus gets around the 11 of Masters for that 4th spot, putting Masters to 5th. But as we come through turns 3 and 4, three-wheel motion, the Nielsen Home Improvement green flag goes high in the air, 2 laps to go.
Devin Smith out of Lake City, your race leader, on down to turn number 1 and 2, followed by Stefan Siebesma. Going to be about 5 car lengths back to Wahoo in the number 3 spot in the 3 car. Klaus and Masters still duking it out for the number 4 position. The 7C of Andrew Klaus back on the outside. Jake Masters in the 11 down around the bottom. It is the Edwards Auto Group white flag final lap coming at you.
Final lap for Devin Smith is still battling out for position deep in the field with Masters and Klaus going at it right behind the 3 of Albertson. They're going to settle it out just for a moment there as we focus attention up front going through turns 3 and 4. One last time to the Logic Livestock checkered flag. It'll be the 81 of Devin Smith.
Smith going to be the first one across the stripe. Stefan Siebesma to the number 2 spot. 3rd is Albertson, and at the line, the 11 of Jake Masters rounds out your top 4. Tough break as he is going to have to forgive that number 9 starting spot and drop to the tail and race his way from the rear to the win if he's going to do it. Remember, right now David Smith, 198 career IMCA Stock Car wins to his resume. Was hoping to make tonight 199, but the left-rear Dugan had a little bit of different idea for him.
Well, he's going to put a new one on there, and you know, if anybody can fight their way from the back, it's going to be David.
Yes.
Tire on. Looks like he's going to join the back of the field as Stubby gives us a sign. We're going to go green flag racing next time by.
Smith joining the field. Warren Service got Jake all cleaned up there to the infield, and we're going to be looking to go to the green flag. Nice and easy down the back straightaway. Devin Smith and the veteran Brian Blessington up on row number 1. Field set to come to life. The green flag is out. Here we go. It's stock car time here at the Beaver. As it work on down into turn number 1 and 2, it's going to be Devin Smith there. Here comes Timmy Rupp on the bottom. Rupp downstairs, Devin Smith to the outside. Then it will be the 92B of Blessington, Wahoo, and Masters. Field will rotate down off the bottom at turn number 3 and 4. Who is going to lead lap number 1 of this stock car extravaganza? It's going to be Devin Smith.
Triangle formation into turns 1 and 2. Devin Smith, your race leader, but here comes Tim Rupp. Catfishing down low. The momentum goes to Devin Smith as contact between Mike Albertson and Brian Blessington. Blessington gathers it back up, but he's going to fall all the way to the 5th spot to the clutches of Jake Masters.
Wahoo had a run getting there off of 2, and the car just did not stop sliding, and he made contact with Blessington. But meantime, up front, it's going to be Devin Smith, your race leader. Here comes Wahoo. Going to lay her down there on the bottom. Now look at Stefan Siebesma. Siebesma right there in the 5B car into the top 4 as they work down to the east end of the racetrack. Turns 3 and 4 is where your action's at. Down the front straightaway, still Devin Smith, your race leader.
Battle for the 3rd spot as here comes Siebesma to the inside of Albertson. Albertson had to give the position away that time, slide through the mid-groove, but here comes Masters to the back bumper, now to the inside. Battle is on for the 4th spot as Masters going to try and chase down Siebesma following the tire tracks to get that position.
Down into turn to the number 3 and 4 to be Jake Masters down around the bottom side of Alberts into the Z in the 3 car. Side by side for the number 4 spot. Give the nod, give the advantage to the 11 of Masters. Masters right there to the number 4 spot. Give it back to Wahoo. Now it's back to Masters down the back straightaway. It's still Smith, your race leader.
Smith with about a 6-car advantage over Timmy Rupp down the low side. And here comes Siebesma. He's going to make a battle for that second spot. Rip into the high side. Almost makes it side by side of the line, but he's going to try and do so. This time off of turn number 2. Look at Smith as he bobbled it up but got the momentum back down the back straightaway.
Devin Smith blew into the top of turn 1 and 2, and the back end come skating around. Almost collected Siebesma and Rupp, but now they have collected the back bumper of that 81 car. On down the front straightaway, it'll be that 33 of Tim Rupp. The 5B is Stefan Siebesma. Now Rupp back on the bottom. Devin Smith. Now Stefan Siebesma with a run down the back straightaway. Stefan Siebesma, the mover and shaker right now in the 5B car, has got to second, and he has got something for Devin Smith.
He has found the same line that Smith has as Masters trying to look at the back bumper of Tim Rupp, but Tim Rupp has found something that his car likes on the low side. 4 cars are going to be dancing for the top spot here in just a moment down the back straightaway.
Stefan Siebesma back around the outside, working the 33 of Tim Rupp. Jake Masters in the 11 car. They're in the number 4 spot. Off of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. It's going to be still Devin Smith, your race leader. They'll fan him out 4 wide off of turn number 4 back there for 5th, but still going to be that 33 of Tim Rupp. Man, Tim Rupp, not sure, missed his mark. The front end skated out, and he goes back to the number 4 spot. Now Klaus, Blessington, Albertson, and here comes David Smith side by side for 4, 5, 6, and 7.
He started at the back, and he's going to try and make his way to a top 5 position through turns 1 and 2, 3 wide into turns 1 and 2. A battle for the race lead shaping up as Siebesma's caught the back bumper of Devin Smith.
So we'll go on down into turn number 3, back to the race lead. It's shaping up. Devin Smith there in the 81's got company. We're halfway home in this one. Siebesma to the bottom. Here we go. We'll race for the lead to turn number 1. Smith on the outside. Siebesma going to let it slide there in the midsection. They'll diamond each other down off of 2. It'll be Devin Smith still there, your race leader. Masters now to 3rd.
Through turns 3 and 4 this time, Smith gets the advantage into turn 3. Now Masters jumps the cushion slow in turns 3 and 4. The 11 is coming to its stop at the top of turn number 4. As we go through turns 1 and 2, it's still a battle for the race lead. Yellow flag is out though, as it's going to see Jake Masters going to the work area. Mike's Body Shop caution flag is out.
Right rear tire down on the 11 of Masters. So the right rear tire down on the 11 car. He goes into the work area.
Siebesma choosing the high side of this Delaware double file formation. That'll put Tim Rupp down on the low side. It's going to be Blessington, Klaus, Smith, and Albertson, your top 7 cars. Any one of these can win this feature, Jerry.
You betcha. Taking a look at him into turn number 3 and 4. Devin Smith, captain of the ship, brings him on down and around. Working on in. Green flag back in the air, and here we go. Hustle on down into turn number 1 and 2. It's going to be Devin Smith right back to that high line where he likes. Watch Tim Rupp on the bottom. Here comes Blessington, Smith, Siebesma. You stack and rack down the back straightaway. Devin Smith's got him squared up behind him. It's Tim Rupp on the bottom. Rupp downstairs trying to make something happen. It'll be Siebesma pushing on the back of that 81 saying, we got to go.
We got places to be, and that place is victory lane. Who's it going to be as we come down the back straightaway this time? New race leader, will it be? It is Siebesma down the back stretch. 4 cars battling it. It's going to be Siebesma into turn 3 and 4. Smith is right on his tail. Tim Rupp down low, but also is Blessington. This time off of turn number 4, we're fanning 4 wide down the front straightaway.
They'll work to turn number 1 and 2. Stefan Siebesma going to blow it in on the top. Rupp and Blessington down to the bottom. David Smith is going outside. Here we go for the race lead down the back straightaway. It's going to be the 33 of Tim Rupp. Had it by a narrow margins, but man, Stefan Siebesma is quick in the blue 5B. Off of turn number 4, Devin Smith going to look for the opening, can't find it. Siebesma still your race leader.
Siebesma takes over the top spot as we go into turns 1 and 2. Smith trying to find his way back around. He's going to cut down, get the momentum down the back straightaway. Rupp had him for a moment, but the momentum was on Siebesma's side. Blessington on the back bumper of Rupp. 4 cars going to go at it, and now Klaus is going to throw his hat in the ring for the lead.
We'll work the top 5. This time, speaking of 5, just 4 fingers and a thumb left in this one. Halfway home, here comes the 33, a little Timmy Rupp on the bottom. Siebesma jumped the cushion. They've got to run. Here comes Blessington. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Ha-ha, doctor. Here we go. On into turn number 3 and 4. Siebesma on the outside. Tim Rupp has got the moisture on the bottom. Tim Rupp, your leader.
Tim Rupp takes over the race lead as he's found something on the low side as Siebesma still trying to find his way around the top. Now he's going to do the Smith line down the back straightaway. Tries to build the momentum, but it was still Rupp. He had more momentum going into turn 3 and 4. Battle on for the 3rd spot. Blessington down to the inside of Smith.
So the work on down the front straightaway still going to be Tim Rupp, your race leader. Down the front straightaway, followed by the 5B of Siebesma. Blessington is putting it around the bottom, flying Brian to the number 3 spot now. Devin Smith, Andrew Klaus, and David Smith. That's your top 6. Down the back straightaway. They'll go to turn number 3 and 4. Tim Rupp on out front. They'll work him on down. This time, green flag, high to the air. 2 to go for Tim Rupp.
Nielsen Home Improvement green flag shows 2 to go this time around. Siebesma still trying to rip the lip around the high side. And Tim Rupp still catfishing down the low side. Momentum is going to be on Siebesma's side, but the drive goes to Tim Rupp, still your race leader, and to turn 3 and 4.
They'll work off the east end of the racetrack this time. It'll be your Edwards Auto Group final trip around. The white flag is waving. Tim Rupp out of Cherokee has won here multiple times in a stock car, in a hobby stock, in a sport mod. Tonight he's going to look to go out your points leader. Siebesma and Blessington back and forth with each other. They'll work down into turn number 3 and 4, looking for a set of Logic Livestock Twin checkers. Off of turn number 4 out of Cherokee, it's little Timmy Rupp to the win. Siebesma, Blessington, Smith, Klaus, and Smith, your top 6.
Race fans of the Buena Vista Raceway, what do you think of that one? What a run by all these drivers in the top 5 battling it out. We were 4 wide for the race lead a couple of times, but coming out on top tonight is Tim Rupp in that number 33 machine. He'll make his way down to see Jerry in victory lane, and I imagine he's going to be out of breath on that one.
Get on up there. I'm going to stop at your trailer, and I want you to give me 6 numbers because I'm going to buy a lottery ticket because you predicted the future. We talked in the pits earlier, and you said, hey, I'll see you in victory lane, and here we are.
Yeah, I knew this car's been really good lately, so I figured it'd be a pretty good shot at it. I know Devin and Stefan and Jake were pretty fast there, too, for a while, but it's pretty tough here, so competition-wise.
You know, kind of watching you stayed committed to the bottom. You know, you could see the top in 1 and 2. They just kept blowing it a little higher and higher. 3 and 4 had a pretty good cushion up there, but this thing was hooked around that little bit of strip of moisture on the bottom.
Yeah, I just really had to roll the bottom. Otherwise, if I got on throttle too soon, I didn't want to shove the nose. So I just stayed down there, and I didn't think there was really anything up top to stay up there for. So
said, I'm just going to go.
Yep.
Who do you want to thank for the win?
Everybody that helps out. My mom, my dad, my nephew Brendan, just everybody that helps. So.
There you go. Big stock car special next week. How do you feel going into that with all the hitters coming to town?
I feel pretty good, so we'll see how it goes.
There you go. Nice job, my friend.
All right, thanks, Jerry.
How about race fans? Tim Rupp picking up your stock car feature win.